Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today what I've got here is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold3 5G. Got the Fold3 5G leather cover, and I also have the Samsung S Pen Pro that I'm going to pair with the Fold3. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and do a simple unboxing of it. This is the black version. While I'm doing the unboxing, I'm going to go ahead and have all the specs scroll down through the side of the window, probably like right around here area. That way you don't need to listen to me read on, you can just read it as it goes through. I'll probably highlight a few of the features of it here and there though. So here it is. Pretty nice. It looks like it does come with a screen protector already on it. I can feel it on here. Yeah, I can feel it on the edge, so it does come with a screen protector already on it. You can kind of sort of see the crease. I think you can see it here, right down the middle. So you can see it with it off. I don't know how well you're going to be able to notice it while it's there. You can kind of feel it with your finger. It's not as obvious as it was in the very first flip. So I didn't try the original fold, so I don't know how obvious it was there. But you can definitely feel it somewhat. It's thinner than some of the Galaxy phones that they've put out. At least compared to the Note, it's definitely a lot thinner. Here's your power button. You've got your volume buttons right here. Here's where you're going to put your SIM card. Just like the flip models, this one does not allow a micro SD card, so it's just a SIM and that's it. Here's one of your speakers, another speaker. Let's see how much power is in here. While that's powering up, let's see what else you get in the box. Apparently they did away with the charging cable and a charger. You still at least get the pin, the SIM card release pin here. Oh, actually here you go. So you do get the charging cable at least, you get that much, and it's a USB-C to a USB-C, so that's nice. And you're just gonna have to provide your own charging brick now, it looks like. And apparently that's all you get with it these days. So they've definitely slimmed it down a lot. I'm not sure how well it's going to be on the other releases for the Z and the Note, if they're going to be trimming that down too, but they definitely did on the Fold. Here it is with it folded. It's a really, really thin screen, like really thin. But it's definitely nice once it's opened up. Let's go ahead and go through the setup. I'm not going to bother with doing the Wi-Fi or logging in or anything. Just want to go ahead and get through all the setups on this real quick. Okay, just go ahead and skip all of this. Skip the account. It's a little informational on how to take care of your phone. It's telling you to only use the Samsung S Pen or S Pen Pro Fold Edition, or the S Pen Pro or the S Pen Fold Edition on here, not any other stylus. It's telling you to make sure there's nothing stuck between the screens when you fold it so you don't damage it. The phone is not dust resistant still, apparently. However, it is IPX8 waterproof. It's telling you not to remove the protective film on the screen or apply unapproved films or stickers as it could damage your screen. And it contains magnets, so keep it away from credit cards and medical devices or anything else affected by magnets. Let's go ahead and close it. There you go, you get a general idea of the size of the screen and what you're looking at when the screen is folded. Like I said, it's really, really thin when it's folded. I thought the flip was really thin screen, but yeah, this one's really small. So more than likely I'll be using this mostly while the phone is opened. Setting screen's pretty similar to what you currently see with current gen. I don't see anything new in the settings menu. For this one, you got your fingerprint sensor as the power button now, instead of it being in-screen, which these are so much better than the in-screen ones. It's like with my Note 20, I've had nothing but problems with trying to get it to recognize my finger, but my Flip, with the hardware fingerprint sensor, it detects it every single time. So I'm so glad they went back to this on the Fold, because I just really hated those in-screen fingerprint sensors. Although I will admit on the Tab S7 Plus, the in-screen fingerprint sensor worked flawlessly, but in every Samsung phone that I've had that had it in the screen has never worked properly at all. Yeah, looking at it straight on with a black screen, you can still see the crease in it. Let's see, with the white screen, unless the light shines on it like it is right there, you really can't see the screen, the dimple in the screen too much, just a little bit. So it looks like it's mostly when it's a dark screen is when you're really going to be able to notice it. And definitely notice it when the light shines on it though. You'll definitely notice it like right there. But in terms of touch, you can feel a little bump there, not a big deal. There's that. And let's check out the leather cover for it. It's a two-piece cover, it looks like. This is probably for the front. I'm guessing this is the back. Nice feel to the interior. Feels kind of like maybe microfiber. The outside is a very rough or hard leather. Let's go ahead and close this. Looks like there's a little piece that needs to come off inside here. Okay, yep. It's a little sticky piece, it looks like. Probably to help it stick to the phone better. You simply just pop it on. Okay, yep. Remove the barcode from the inside. Get that out first. Guess I don't really need to charge it. So with the case on, that's how the back looks. With the case on it, it looks like the camera lenses are pretty flush with the case, so that's good. Does add a little bit of bulk to it. Not too much really, but there is bulk to it. Doesn't really have much of a leathery feel to it. It feels like really smooth plastic almost, but it's supposed to be genuine leather. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the S Pen Pro. Alright, so it looks like it comes with a little carrying case for the S Pen Pro. It is definitely larger than what you get with the Galaxy Note, as well as the Galaxy Tab S7. This pen is much larger than that one is. There's the carrying case for it. Looks like in here you got replacement tips as well as a little remover for the tip. Apparently you don't need to do any kind of pairing with it. It's already controlling it. Okay, so if you want to use it with the Fold, you actually need to flip the switch here. The switch says S Pen on one side and it says Z Fold on the other. You have to flip the switch to Z Fold, at which point it'll work with your Fold. If you have it switched to S Pen, which it comes in by default, you try to use it, you get an error saying you can't use it. You have to use one designed specifically for the Galaxy Fold. So again, if you're using it with the Fold, just make sure you flip it to Z Fold. I don't know if you can see that or not. Barely, but not quite. There you go, S Pen and Z Fold. Here we go. Here's a little informational for the actual S Pen Pro. So that's the pen button. The lights flashing was the status LED. This part of the button is a correction button. Your mode switch, which I said was S Pen and Z Fold. And apparently the charger connector jack, which is a Type C, is right here. Here we go. I don't think you can see it, but it's right in here. There we go. So that's the charging cable for it, or the charging port. There you go. Fits in just like that. So if you want to connect this to a mobile device, you would press the connection button, which is below the LED, which is this one right here. And then you would look on the phone, and a little pop-up window should appear on the phone or your mobile device where you just tap connect. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, using the S Pen on a foldable mobile device, you need to switch it to Z Fold. Otherwise, you would set it to the S Pen status. So it doesn't tell you what the flashing lights are for some strange reason. More than likely, there's a more in-depth guide on Samsung's website that you're going to have to look at too, which I will probably go ahead and do. And once I figure out what the flashing lights are, I'll probably just drop this into the comments instead. Or I might just go ahead and have a scroll right here, depending on when I discover what it is. Let's see how well it works with it closed, which it doesn't seem to work with it closed. So that's good to know. Apparently the S Pen only works with the Fold open. Yep. Okay. So the S Pen only works when it's open, and that's it. Indeed. Okay, so that's good to know. If you want to use the S Pen, it's only usable when the fold is open. And then other than that, you have to use your finger. And once you get your pen next to it, you got your little pen icon like you see with the notes. You would tap it. And you got your little different things that you can do with your pen camera. So even closed, you can still see the camera use right there. When you open it, it does switch over immediately to the camera app that I was just using. That's actually pretty nice. Oh, good. It allowed me to install it. Some of their phones, like the Flip, you couldn't uninstall that. I don't know how it is in the Flip 3 though, but at least they're allowing you to uninstall the apps that you definitely don't want. And that's the first app I always uninstall. Yep, here's the messaging app. So all the messages will appear on one side and all the contacts or who your messages go to will appear on another. Again, the same way the messaging is. Whoever you called or whatever will be on one side and messaging or whatever will be on the other. Split screen again. Pretty much everything in here is going to require internet. Not much I'm going to be able to do. There's no default added to it. Well, another thing I'm going to have to get used to, or probably most people on the phone, how it's normally centered. Well, when your phone is open, I'm naturally trying to hit right here in the dead center of it, which is opening up recents instead, when I should actually be focusing on the right hand side now. So that's going to be a little bit of getting used to. You got your standard Google apps installed here already. You got some Microsoft apps installed: Outlook, OneDrive, Office, LinkedIn. Samsung's got a bunch of apps that they've already installed for you: AR Zone, Bixby, Galaxy Shop, Wearable, Samsung Health, Members, SmartThings is already installed, Samsung Pay, of course, Samsung TV Plus, and then just got some default calculator calendars. Got a game launcher here, Play Store, Netflix is pre-installed. Facebook was already installed, but I removed that. You got Samsung Notes again, YouTube Music. You got a little tips icon here, which I don't have internet hooked up right now, so I can't use it. Spotify's already installed. Got your pretty much similar ones as the latest notes in the Galaxy Z is. I don't see anything new here. Again, if you want to shut it off, once you open up the settings screen, there's your power button. From here, powered off, restart, emergency mode. You can also do it by pressing multiple keys on here, because by default, usually holding this down instead of powering it down opens up Bixby, which it still does. So if you want to force power it off, you would hold the power button down and the volume down, the power button and the volume down button, hold them both at the same time for a couple of seconds, and then you get that option to power it off again. Okay, so from here I'm going to show you how to remap this side button, because by default this side button is the Bixby key. Some people will probably want this be returned back to the power button, so I'm going to show you how to do this now. So you will go from Advanced Features, and then you will go scroll down until right here. So you got right underneath the S Pen, you have the side key, so you click on that. And then from here, you have your options of what it's going to be. So you've got the double press currently is a quick launch for the camera. You can change that to open an app, and you can specify what app you want. And if you press and hold, currently as you see here, it is set to Wake Bixby. You can then change it to power off menu. So once you have it changed to power off menu, once you hold the power button down, and now as you can see, you got your power off options, which you didn't have before. So instead of setting off Bixby, you're now setting off the power menu. So that is how you will change the side key from the default Bixby to the power menu. And like I said, if you want to do a double press, it's currently set as a quick launch for the camera. You can click on app, and you can now choose what app you want it to, the double tap to open instead. But here on this one, if you open something up, it's appearing on the right hand side now instead, which I actually kind of like this. I can just scroll through here and go through here as I wanted to. Got your advanced features, call and text on other devices. You can link it to Windows, Dex. You have the SOS message option on here. Battery and devices. This has the 512 gigabyte storage in here, 12 gigs of memory. There's the list of installed apps, general management, text-to-speech, date, time. You can reset your device from here, software updates. Got your accessibility here, talkback, visibility enhancements, hearing enhancements, interaction dexterity. Got your accounts, your Google, location services, privacy, Biometrics and security. This is where you find your Find My Mobile. Samsung Pass, the secure folder, private share. If you want to install apps outside of Google Play, install unknown apps. Change your themes. Again, there's no network connection. Wallpapers. Control your notifications. Pretty basic. The only differences between this one and your normal current Samsung phones is the fact that this is foldable. You have your sidebar as well, like you do on your normal phone, other phones. There it goes. Like a little quick action bar. Settings, Bing, that looks like the gallery, messages. Of course, all these you can change to whatever you want it to be. You can edit it. And now I can add my own little quick bar options on here. Let's actually give that feature a try. So you can just supposed to tap it, drag it out here, and now the settings opened up. So I tapped it, dropped it on here. Settings took half the screen, the stories took the other half. Or say I want to do the call on this side instead. So now I can make a phone call while I'm still going through something on the left-hand side. Let's open it on this side instead. So I got messages on the left side and the phone on the right. If we just tap it, messages takes over the whole screen instead. So if you want to take over the whole screen, just tap it. If you want it to be on the left side of the screen or the right side of the screen, just hold it, drag it to whichever side you want it to be on. And you can put it in the middle. If you drop it in the middle, it'll pop up in a pop-up view instead. So there it goes. So I can move it around on the screen where I want it to be. I can resize it. So this is it. This is the Galaxy Z Fold 3. And I said it's just a simple unboxing. Wasn't much to unbox. There's hardly anything that comes with the case anymore. We got the leather cover on it, which, like I said, feels more like really soft plastic rather than what you would expect genuine leather to feel like. And then you got the S Pen Pro. Again, if you want to use it on your mobile device, you switch it to S Pen. If you want to use it on your foldable device, you would flip the switch to Z Fold. You got your little carrying case for it. If you need to recharge it, charge it from the top. Take the cover off and you charge it from the top. And again, you got your little extra needles and the tip removable device. Again, like I said, this one doesn't have a micro SD card slot, which I'm disappointed in. And not surprising, it doesn't have a headset plug. That's not surprising anymore. All in all, it looks pretty nice. I'm kind of disappointed that there is no way to put the pin with the phone like you do with the Note and the Galaxy tabs. At least with the tab, it's not mounted into the phone, into the tablet, but it's built into the case that you buy from Samsung. Well, they do have one case that allows it. You would think their premium case, the leather one, would also have the ability to have the pin attached to it like the other one does. But we'll see how it ends up working using this kind of a case. You got a much larger screen now to work with. All right, well, this is the Samsung Galaxy Z, the Fold 3 5G edition, 512 gigabytes. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. So everybody stay safe out there, and y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching.